Lost is on.
Yo, everybody, welcome back to Bite-Sized Media, a subsidiary of Slate Media.
That's all I have to do. All I have to do is smile, and he laughs. Aren't you supposed to be looking at the camera?
No. I'd rather look at your smiling face. Don't you just want to pet my beard?
Oh, there's a lot I want to do to your beard.
Anyway, we are watching Lost today because Lost is good, right?
It's almost as good as your beard.
That's true.
We think it's good. Lost.
Hey. I don't remember his name, but you know the other guy that has the beard?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
It's better than his
It's
beard.
like David People or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Howard Friendly. It's like something Will Friendly.
Yeah.
Tom.
I like that.
Tom Friendly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good grief, that beard. You still look like a lumberjack. We should bore a hole in you and let the sap run out.
I would appreciate that. Anyway, today we are watching the 19th episode?
Yes.
The 19th episode, Deus Ex Machina.
Lock episode.
I'm getting that on lockdown.
Oh, yes. That's the key.
Okay, I do this every time, and I guess the wrong flashback.
Just about every single week. So let's make it a second. What does Jake get wrong today?
Do we think that this is the one where we actually meet Helen? Because remember, he meets her in a AA thing.
Yes. I don't remember that.
But
I have IMDb open on my phone in case we see someone like, who's that? And I saw a few images on accident on the top banner. I go, okay, I know where we are. I didn't mean to do that. But I think this is where we figure out why he's in the wheelchair. I think, based on an image I saw. It wasn't like an easy
Why he's in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Really?
He's in a wheelchair?
The push.
Really?
I saw an image.
This early?
I don't know for sure. It looked like that.
Maybe.
I'm not sure, though. I did see another image that we'll talk about after we watch it that I saw. I go, oh, that's where this is. Okay. I also saw an image of the Virgin Mary statuette things. So I know that comes back into play.
Yeah.
For Charlie.
Yeah.
But that's all I know. So it's a Locke episode. Our last image last week was the Hatch, so probably more Hatch stuff, maybe?
Sounds kinky.
Oh, all right.
Did anyone else have anything else they remember?
That's it.
Yep.
Do you think we'll get better at, remembering stuff as the
Probably
show
worse,
goes on?
if anything.
Well, we already established this. I haven't seen this in over a decade. When's the last time you saw it?
When it aired?
You've not rewatched it ever. So for you, it's about 15 years. For me, it's like 13 years. And when was the last time you rewatched?
I watched season 1 like 2, maybe 3 years ago.
And just season 1?
Yeah, I think we watched the first episode of season 2, but then...
So you've seen this within the last few years.
Yeah.
But the show as a whole, it's been longer.
Oh, yeah, like I said, I haven't gotten through season 2 since my first watch through in 2010 or whatever that was.
So you're sitting here
2011.
having seen season 1 like 7 times or whatever you told me, going, oh yeah, I know this. Oh yeah, I know
3
this.
or 4,
But once
but
we
okay.
get a couple into season 2, you're going to be just like us.
Yep. Yep.
I'm ready to watch if everyone's done.
Let's watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's get lost. Welcome back, everybody. We just watched Deus Ex Machina,
Yep.
and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
We were both wrong about what the flashback was about.
We were
There was no
we were,
pu- there
we
was
were
no-
right, it was his dad, but there was no push it.
Yeah.
That's a different one. That's
Yeah.
probably season 2. That's probably orientation.
Maybe.
Or
Could be.
actually, or lockdown. Get it? I'm not kidding. That's the name of the episode. But yeah, this is our last Locke episode of season 1.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't like Locke episodes.
Oh, I think he has
I relate to
some
them
of the
too
best.
much.
Gotcha. I think he has some of the best episodes so far.
He also frustrates me with how he seeks approval and is so obsessive with his dad.
Well, he didn't have his dad for
I
his whole life.
I get that. It just bugs me because it's like it's very obviously a con. Like it's obviously a con.
It's one of those things where we can scream at them, but then it's like, I've never been in that predicament, so I don't know what I do.
I basically don't trust anyone, so I would not immediately be like, "Oh yeah, Daddy, I give you a kidney."
He was even warned by the guy saying, "Do not seek this out. These things tend to not have a happy ending," and he does it anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
Curiosity. It's like that. The movie. There's a.
I guess I do
Dutch-
like Jack's. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a Dutch movie called The Vanishing where it's less about how something was done and more about because it's his girlfriend vanishes at a gas station and he doesn't know why and years pass and he's.
I know that movie.
I don't know, but it's an '80s Dutch movie. It might have been remade.
You were telling me about it, probably.
And it's more about the curiosity of what happened to her is killing him, and it's like how far is he willing to go to find out what happened to her?
Doesn't care about his girlfriend. I just need to know what happened. Just tell me what happened, man.
Well, he cares about it, but it is kind of like he becomes obsessive about it. So that's what I was thinking. It's like when you get this fixation on something like that, you kind of people just kind of go for it, and it didn't look like anything else was holding him back from doing it.
I think probably the reason, like what I say, I relate to it also because I have sort of an addictive, hyper-focused personality like that as well. So I see myself in it, and I go, ugh, I don't like that.
Are you talking like an example is you find something new that you're into, and that's the only thing you do for X amount of time? I know exactly how you feel. You do the same thing.
Yep.
And you don't feel like doing anything else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But what about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
It's probably reading. It's probably reading for him, or a video game maybe,
Yeah. Yeah.
or a sport.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron is into every sport.
I wouldn't say every.
What one are you not into?
I don't know. Name a few.
Golf, you're into that. Football, you're into that. Football, you're into that.
Baseball, you're into that.
Basketball, you're into that. Are you into hockey? I think you're into hockey.
Oh, that's right. You do brackets still for NHL Stanley Cup?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I know you're the only person I know that does that. There's plenty that do, but you're the only person I know.
Are you a person that thinks the Wings are going to win? Are they in the playoffs?
Well, they before this not All-Star break, they were really hot. So I mean, things are looking up, but also
How are the Pistons?
they've been streaky.
Is the NBA season started? I think it has.
When this video comes out, let's see, this episode will be in May. So around this point, both of the playoffs start.
Yeah.
We're filming this in February, in which both seasons have not, because we just started the Four Nations face-off thing for hockey, and then the NBA had its All-Star game this very night.
Oh. Yep.
So it's like mid-season.
So I'm pretty sure I've watched you watch some games of cricket.
Cricket's cool.
No, I can't say I've actually watched any.
I also think I've watched you watch some Formula One racing.
Yes.
Formula One is
NASCAR?
is cool too.
I'm going to count that as a yes.
Oh,
Here we go. Ping pong?
I like playing it.
I'll count that.
Table tennis.
Table tennis. Actual tennis?
That's very fun. I don't watch it anymore.
But he used to.
That's fair too. I just remember trying to play sports games with him was a nightmare.
Huh.
Are you good at sports games?
He's better than I am, but that's not saying that much.
No, yeah, I can beat you on Madden, and I'm horrible at Madden.
I don't know that you still could.
I don't know about anymore.
I've been playing it
and
enough.
you probably do it now.
The other day, one of my friend's kids came over to hang out while he took his daughter to a daddy-daughter dance, and we were playing Madden. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna play him in Madden because it'll make him happy. He'll probably beat me. I have to just be okay with that because I'm not very good at it. He beat me in one game in overtime by a field goal. I beat him in the next game by blocking an extra point at the end of the game in overtime. We scored a total of 212 points across those 2 games.
Wow.
I was kind of proud of myself for that one because I'm old enough to now to where the children, the youths of today are just much better at those things than I ever was.
You know who also plays games? Mr.
Sawyer?
Cooper. Mr. Cooper, Locke's daddy, got a kidney out of him. Literally got the kidney out of him. That is pretty steep. It's like, I understand wanting to be close to this father of yours that you've never known because you've never really had a father. It sounds like giving a kidney is pretty steep.
Well, it didn't seem like he had known him for even that long at all.
It looked like there were some time jumps, but they're not specific.
Yeah, but like how much time? How much time would a complete stranger, if they said to you that?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying I would. It's he should do it. It's just it's not like it didn't seem like it was a couple days. It sounded like it was longer, but still, it's like he still falls. That's such a steep ask. Like, oh, well, even though he didn't ask him, he kind of like manipulated him. Well, he didn't manipulate him. Kind of, he did.
What do you mean? He said there's still time to back out of this.
That's true. He gave him an out. That could also be seen as reverse psychology.
I thought I told you noon. No, you said 11. No, I'm pretty sure I said noon.
Yeah.
The gaslight was strong even in 2004.
At this point, 5.
Yeah.
Poor Locke. So the big bad doesn't
He drove
have
there
it.
is a kidney scar bleeding.
Yeah.
That's a brutal thing to look at. His scar bleeding through his shirt.
So it's like the A story. I'm gonna say that sentence during the A story of the island is Locke and Boone are walking through the jungle, looking for that plane Locke saw in his dream, and we get a little Boone insight into there's my nanny when I was 6 who
Teresa falls up the stairs. Teresa falls down the stairs. Teresa falls up the stairs. Teresa falls down the stairs.
fell down the stairs and broke her neck, and like Locke's starting to lose his legs ability. Part of it, he got that shrapnel in his leg, and then it's
Which
like
is probably the least interesting part of the show, to be honest.
the shrapnel in his legs,
No,
or
him losing the ability to walk.
I don't remember enough of it later. Locke is a weird one where I remember him a lot in the first couple seasons, but then like 3 on, I don't remember what he does. For some reason, it's like this mental block because there are so many characters.
And also, just what is happening just expands.
Yep. And so that's the A story. It ends with Boone taking a dive, taking the fall for him literally in that plane, and bring him back all beat up, and we don't know his.
Oh, let's talk about what happened to Boone in the plane, though. The radio.
Yep.
Oh,
With we're the survivors. No, we're the survivors. I think at this point, if we were to watch it again for the first time, I don't think anyone knew that the survivors from the tail had crashed. Or
We're alive,
yeah, we're alive.
but Bernard's there because Rose is waiting.
But we don't think about that
We don't
because we've
think
been
about that.
given so much mystery that we're just overcomplicating everything when we think about it with this show.
And that harkens back to what we were saying a couple weeks ago about how like they set up so much in this first season. There's so many things open because when you only get a couple backstory, flashback episodes per character, they start opening all these doors, and then they get to season 2 and 3, and they open more doors. So then when you get all the way to the end, it's like, okay, how do we tie all of this up? And you can't.
You just make a giant bottleneck and start pouring stuff through it.
Yeah, so I'm starting, like, I always thought, like, I can understand why people were frustrated when I watch it. Now that I'm watching it here, over a decade later, and starting to see, like, okay, they really did kind of throw all sorts of stuff at us to be interesting.
You also, like, when you know the core mystery of the island, though, like, when you're not worried about figuring out, like, what's this stuff? How does this connect to this? You know, who's going to show up now? What's the what, blah, 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 what's the mystery? If you're not worried about trying to figure that out, you can absorb it differently, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I've liked about this rewatch so far, is I've just been able to sit back and enjoy the storytelling of it.
So that's the A story. And then, of course, we have the pretty emotionally intense flashbacks. And what is the Island B story?
Sawyer needs glasses.
Yep. It's just like when we talked about the golfing all that time ago. It's like, here's this real heavy thing on one side, and then on the other side, we're golfing. Sawyer's in pain, and they realize, oh, it's let's go tell Jack. But then Sawyer doesn't want to because it's Sawyer. And then Jack asks him indirectly, and Sawyer's like, I'm sick of you. And so he walks away. He's like, wait, Doc. And
I'm sick of you wanting to help me and all this.
And then,
blah, blah, blah.
And then he does the thing with the pen. And then he starts asking him super personal questions to be funny, because it was funny.
And because it's in front of Kate.
Yep. Yeah. You ever had sex with a prostitute? You ever get an STD? And then he just walks away. You can go to hell, Doc. And it's like, okay, that's funny.
Then he's like, I know he deserved it, but he just needs glasses.
And what was the thing called again? He's farsighted.
Onomatopoeia. Hyperopoly or something like that.
Yeah.
Hypoopoly. I don't know.
And then he tries on all the glasses. Saeed solders 2 different ones together. It fixes his eyesight, and then Hurley delivers the death blow in probably one of the funniest jokes of the whole show.
Go ahead.
In which he says, "You look like you look like a steamrolled Harry Potter."
Yeah.
He takes him right off. Everyone's laughing. I go, okay, that's really funny. Steamrolled Harry Potter.
Really, though, Hurley's the only one that Sawyer lets give him crap like that.
Probably because in his mind he's harmless.
Yeah.
Or he just doesn't care what he thinks about him.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I know you said you get frustrated by Locke episodes, but I really enjoy both of these Locke
It might
episodes.
be different from episode to episode, but this one I was like, eh. You know, there are. I know I think last episode I said I don't care for Jack episodes. There might be other Jack episodes where I'm like, yeah, I really like this.
I think because Jack's a little whiny.
Yeah.
Is what gets to it, and he cries a lot.
Nah.
Nothing wrong with crying, but when you cry that much.
That doesn't bug me about Jack. It bugs me about Kate. It doesn't bug me about Jack. Kate's very whiny.
Yes. Well, goody for you. We have a Jack episode next week.
What's it called?
Do No Harm.
Anybody got anything else to say to Deus Ex Machina?
Deus Ex Machina.
You have anything more to say, Aaron?
I don't think so.
All right. So, if you want to jump on back over here next Thursday, we will be covering episode, I believe it's 19?
20.
Episode 20. Do No Harm. And until then, Jared, where can they find us?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the funny TikTok, and X.
Formerly known as Twitter.
And you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and hey, if it's YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, ring our notification bell. Make sure you check us out, rate us, and whatnot on all those apps. And swing by our groovy website.
And then come on back next week and help us get more and more lost.